Hi everybody. Sorry, hi to all girls out there. Today I'm going to some interesting app which is going to be really useful for all the girls out there. Today I'll be showing how to make use of the period tracker app, which is a specific app which is named as My Calendar Period Tracker, and the it looks somewhat like this. This is the app actually. Maybe okay, I have drawn this one, just a minute. Okay, this is the app. So this is the homepage of this app, which looks like this. So this is the overall homepage of the app. First, let's talk about the all the settings over here actually. So if you tap on this tab actually icon, it will give you a set of themes actually, which you can customize. So it looks good, great, right? So since it's a girly app, of course they have given these settings, which is very attractive, I would say. Okay, let's go with the settings. So the next icon is this icon, in which you can actually log all your menstrual cycle data. For example, if you wanted to log for example, for some couple of months, if you wanted to log all your menstrual cycle data, you can add each every new cycle you can add. Even you can tap on the previous years. Based on your requirements, you can just go ahead and fill in the data. So this is about this icon. Then come back, and then here you can see somewhat like an edit icon. Tap on this. Here you can actually log all your menstrual cycle data. For example, about the actually this setting is for the current date selection. For example, if today is Thursday 6 actually, the current date is actually highlighted by the green dot over here by the app. So whatever, when you tap on this icon, actually it actually give the settings for the current date. Actually, you are going to input the data for the current date. So tap on this. It actually says whether your period starts today or not. By clicking on this, you can actually save. For example, if I save and then I come back here, for current day it actually says whether period starts today or not. Then you can intimate to the app like what is the whether you have an heavy flow or moderate or kind of okay or very heavy. It is by tapping on this you can actually intimate to the app. So it will be actually very useful to keep tracking of your flow, whether it is always normal, regular, or it is varying from each time to time. So this is what it says actually, and these are all the general information which actually says whether it is first day of your period and how many days it takes for your fertile window. Then here is the main, which they have given a couple of information which you can log in actually. It talks about the intercourse, whether it is protected or not unprotected, and these mood swings. If you, of course, every girl has some mood swings in which you can log in by clicking on this plus button, plus symbol. Actually, it actually says what mood you are in actually. So then comes the birth control pills. If you're on birth control pills, you can actually log all those information. If so, then what medicine, if you are taking some medicine, you can even log all those data. What is the medicine detail? For example, if you are sick and if your period cycle is irregular, and if you are getting a period because of that particular medicine, maybe you can mention about that medicine and then save it. So that time it will be very useful. Then you can give your body temperature. Sometimes some people get fever, light fever, when they get their periods. It differs, but it's not very common, but for some people actually. And you can keep tracking of your weight. So these are all the features which are given inside this edit icon. As I said, this edit icon is it actually gives the features for the current date which is selected over here. Then you can also go and, so if you are going to tap on the date, actually it will then also it will take you the same edit settings for which you can give the same set of features for that particular date. If you are directly going to tap this edit icon, then it actually takes you to the selected current date. If you are going to go and tap on the some other particular date, then it will go to it will take you to the settings of that particular date. Then comes the important part, very good part, is the settings, of course, which is for customization. So here you have, say, some 5 sections, I guess. Yeah, my cycle, reminders, personal, my data, about. Okay, let's look into each and everything. My cycle is the period prediction, which differs from year for each of us. For you here, you can actually input your values by clicking on this 5 or 6 or 7. Then as usual, your cycle length, say I am giving my period length as example for as 5. If you are having flow for 5 continuous days without then you can go and for 5, and your cycle length as, say, if it is for example 30 means, then you can give it as 30. Or the app also gives you the option like use predicted values, which is the default value which is used by this particular app, or else you can set your own cycles. I would always prefer to go with my own. Okay, this is my own cycle actually. Then come back. Then is the ovulation and fertility prediction. This window is actually pretty helpful when you wanted to calculate the fertility window. So here also you can give the your own value, or you can make use of your predicted value. The app actually gives the prediction value. It is actually pretty good, so I'm going for the predicted value. Then comes the reminder. So whenever you in this busy world, will be busy with occupied with many things, so at that particular situation, this apps comes into picture. So it actually says whether you wanted to give the personal info, like when in the notification area, it actually says that this message will be printed if your period is on due in a couple of in very few days. That time it will be, this notification will be given. Or else you can even select the other option, which is discrete. It actually just bluntly says that upcoming event, please tap to view. If you wanted to make it secure, then you can go for this option, or else you can go for this. Then the pill reminder. Suppose if you wanted to take the pill to regularize your period, then you can ask it to give the pill reminder at what time of a day you would like to start your reminder. That you can go that way and just go and have your settings done. Then comes the personal tab, personal area, where in which you can give, you can say the app you can type in your name, maybe your pet name or whatever you like. And you can also, since it is very girly app, if you wanted to make it secure, you can even choose your passcode of your choice and then make it secure. Use password, then it will ask you to give a 4-digit password whenever you, so that whenever you enter this, try to access this app always is going to ask your password. For example, I'm going to give some, this email will be used if you forget your password. Yeah, you can even type in the password for to recover your, type in the email to recover your password whenever if you forget it somehow. For example, I am giving the 4-digit password as 1234. For example, I am giving, then save it. A valid email is required. Okay, you can type in the email actually. Once you type in, it will allow you to save actually. Then the display controls. Okay, intercourse log, ovulation and fertility info, pill tracking, all these things you can, maybe it will be displayed in the home window, in the calendar window. What are information which you wanted to display, maybe you can, for which each and everything there'll be an icon which actually differentiates, like if there is an intercourse, it is displayed in the uh, calendar window. And maybe I'll show you how it is actually, what will be difference. Okay. Then are the regional settings for each and depending on based on each and of the regions, like which each and every country, these things actually differs, your weight and the temperature and first day of the week. These are all very basic settings which you can do actually. And the backup data, yeah, my data, this is very useful. This is going to be very useful actually whenever if you are going to change your phone, or if you are going to due to some reason if you have uninstalled this app, then this comes into, this is going to be very useful. So under this section, my data section, we have something called backup data. So go into this and just go and select this backup data, and this app will ask for your backup email in which all your period log or period backup data has to be stored, so that whenever you reinstall this app, this app is going to ask where from you have to restore the data. That time you will be giving this mail and the password which you are going to enter. So please make sure that you are not going to forget this password. Of course, there are ways to reset it. So save and backup here. You can type in your backup email and type in your password for your backup account here. Then give save and backup here. Once you come back, restore data. If you are going to make use of this section for the very first time, you have installed this app, and if you are going to reinstall this app in some other phone or in the same phone after some point of time, then and you wanted to restore the data which you have saved previously with the same app, then you can go and tap this section. So this is the backup email which you have given during the backup section initially, and the password, same password. Then you can go and give for the restore data. So all your previous data, saved data, will automatically get into our app actually. So delete all data or reset app. For some reason, if you wanted to reset all your data and you have to start right from the scratch, then you can go for this option. And about is actually the rating of the app. It is actually a general section which is okay. Upgrade and the feedback if you wanted to give the app. That's it. So going back to the home page, which is the home page which I have shown initially. So these are all the icons which we have actually discussed. Above this is this section which is having a 4 different info, which will be displaying 4 different info one after the other. So actually it actually says for the current day, it actually says if it is December 6th 2018, for on that particular day, it isn't, if it is your period, it will actually say it is the first day of your period and it is the first day of the cycle, 11 days until fertile. So it actually says how many days for your fertility to get fertile time to get started. Then you are the ovulation time window. So these are all the basic info which you can have access. So coming to the look and feel of this calendar, actually this is the calendar part. So in the bottom part, we have some indicators saying what are these circles mean actually. So you have some different shades of circles. The first one is the light orange one, which is unshaded. It actually says the fertile window in our calendar. So over here you can see the lot of circles, unshaded orange circles, which actually says that it is a fertile window. Then is the shaded orange, not orange actually, it's somewhat like sandal color, shaded sandal circle, which actually says, say for this calendar on December 22 is the ovulation date. And then the unshaded red circle, which actually says that our expected period next, when is the next cycle. And is the shaded red circle, light pink, actually shaded light pink circle, which actually says when is the um, period actually, when are the period dates actually. So you have these will be helpful when you wanted to keep track of your period, or when you wanted to know your fertile time, when will you be fertile. So all these things are going to be helpful for the one who is trying to conceive. I will show you the display of the informations which we have actually tapped in. For example, if I have tapped in this on this particular date, say December 13, if I go and tap that particular date, if I am going to select some options, say my if you are on a birth control pill, and if you're going to select this, it actually says that it is today's pill. And if you're going to select this also, say if you forgot your yesterday's pill and today's pill, then you will be logging in both of this information, and you come back here, you can see on that particular date you have taken the app will notify that on that particular date you have taken the birth control pill. And one more thing is, tap on another date, say on 14th of December, and you are going to, there are two options which are the intercourse and uh, protected and non-protected intercourse. So it allows you to select both of those or one at a time. Whichever you want, you can go and select it. Say if I have selected this and come back, the app actually shows that there is, with the heart symbol, which actually identifies that there is an intercourse on this particular date. It actually helps you to those women out there who are trying to conceive. I think I'm done with this. So I hope you all like this one. And the main thing of this app is the user interface. It is very good. It is going to be like, it won't be like you have to do this, do that. It is all going to, user interface is very good, and it is very friendly to us, the girl. Since it is a girly app, you have, as I said initially, you have all these things which you can make use of it and make it colorful. Then comes instead of in this busy world, as I said, it removes the stress of remembering each and every time, okay, oh my god, what is when I had my menstrual cycle. All those things are going to be stopped. Yeah. So let me know how is the look and feel of this app for you, and let me know about all these things in your comments. Thank you. Bye bye. If you like this video, please do give a big fat thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel by clicking on the subscribe button below, and do press the bell button to get the constant notifications whenever I upload a new video. Bye bye.